welcome to the Slightly Biased Podcast.
Expedite. Talk faster, faster, faster.
Hi, I'm Derek.
I'm Grayson.
Episode 57. I'm Vinny.
How's it going, guys?
What episode is it? This is an episode 37.
57.
Oh, 57.
How was your week, Vinny?
It was like we did 5K. We were in the 5K.
You're in the 5K? Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't make it to that.
All right,
okay.
this is too fast. All right, slow it down.
It's very disappointing.
Slow it down.
I wanted to make it, but I couldn't.
Vinny, how was your week? Tell me about your week.
It was
we-
the 5K.
We did the 5K.
We did do a 5K.
I'm back on the meditating bandwagon.
Nice.
Something else happened that I can't remember, so that's cool too.
You get a dementia.
I got the dementia. I'm losing touch with reality. The wall is moving. I don't know. The clock's melting. I don't
Why
know.
is your face sagging on the left?
I don't know. Oh, fuck. This is a
Fast face,
arm
speech
time.
That was...
Bye, Tony.
Bye,
Thank you for
Tony.
being an audience for us.
High five.
We'll see you on Monday
We exchanged
for
hand
the next
fluids.
for the next Game of
Thank
Thrones.
you for exchanging the hand fluids with me, Tony.
the next Game of Thrones
Thank you for
episode.
exchanging hand fluids.
Uh,
We'll see you Monday. Yeah, give Vinny some hand fluids.
He's making the most displeased face ever.
Oh.
He did a little tickle.
Oh.
Yeah, hand fluids.
Don't go. You go. You go,
just-
Derek. We'll talk about the
I
5K.
just came
together.
up with that
Um,
hand fluids thing right on the spot, and I'm so happy about it.
Completed the 5K.
Yeah, Derek finished the 5K.
Good job.
I finished.
I'll wait for
I
mine.
had a disgustingly gross amount of food for breakfast that day.
Yeah, I went to a
Oh,
breakfast
God.
buffet
Was your
afterwards.
intestine yelling at you the entire time?
No, my body's conditioned for that kind of abuse.
Yeah, the 5K went well. Everyone finished. The course there's a little more difficult than a standard 5K.
It is a tricky course.
It is uphill for the first half, and in the woods as well. And then you come out into roughly paved roads,
It's like the
which is-
the undercoat.
which is kind of hard to run on. It's not.
I walked on it.
flat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have those
I did it in.
Did it have those raised structures?
Kind of, yeah.
It was just like
the
graded.
manholes.
It's like graded
Yeah.
almost.
No, I know the grading, but did it also have
Yes.
the
Yeah,
there
manholes
were
with the
manholes,
little
yeah.
shitty ass
There's
half
a little,
ramps coming
They
up
had a
and
cone
down?
on it though, so it's cool. So you can see
Ooh,
it.
did they
It's
paint them
fancy.
orange? Because they have to do that sometimes.
So
I don't think it was.
Vinny did a good job.
Yeah, I did it in 29:20.
Do you know what place you finished in?
No.
Okay.
I forget.
First,
And I finished in 48 something. And I finished
4800.
yeah,
Something.
48.
48XX.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in like
There's 2 more digits in that number.
as in 15-minute mile.
Oh, I thought you meant 48 out of 50 people, or
No. That was my time.
Okay.
But I
Or
finished
48 minutes. Okay.
1,100 out of like what 3,500 people.
Yeah, there was 3,500.
1,100 out of 3,500.
runners.
Yeah.
What?
So like more than half were walking. And
Yeah.
of the walking,
It's
you
mostly
were,
a
pretty
walk.
Quick,
It's mostly a walk 5K.
but you were like quicker than half of the people.
yeah, it's
more than half.
It's a pretty much. It's a lot of more walkers than runners.
Yeah, but he was also walking.
I ran.
He ran.
Oh.
part of
I
that.
ran about a mile.
Okay,
And yeah,
it's wild.
It felt good running like through the finish line. That felt good.
True. I moved house. I moved my apartment to a new apartment.
did you do it by yourself?
No, I had help.
Who helped you, Cody?
Did you
it
get
Cody?
movers?
No, I didn't get Cody. Cody helped me last time. I had a friend, and her friend. They helped me.
Do you meet him on Tinder? Is that where you met the movers?
I will not disclose, or I will not neither confirm nor deny.
So you had to move. Would you?
That's
have
a
to
good
move?
idea. If I'd movers, if you're a girl, if
Yeah.
you're on Tinder, like, I just see you
So,
moving
yeah,
today.
help
Come
me,
on
help me
down.
move, boys. Big strong boy.
Come on, whoever lifts the most gets
I'll-
the date.
I'll grab your muscles. So yeah, I had help moving.
How
but
many? What'd you have to move
it took
belongings wise?
it took me. So I moved my entire room. Neither of you had seen that room.
no.
We never did the Ghost Pod.
No.
Rest in peace, Ghost
R.I.P.
Podcast.
F.
So we never. I moved everything that was in that room, which was a bed, a dresser, a desk, 2 storage thingies, one of which was a bookshelf, 2 nightstands, and a massive TV. Along with all my clothes, all of my like belongings and decorations and all that. Those all got moved.
Did you U-Haul it?
Yeah.
I did U-Haul. I got the 10-foot box truck. I got it from a place that wasn't even a U-Haul, but they facilitated U-Haul truck rental. It was like a random you store it. Like,
Oh, that's how all U-Hauls
You
are.
steal it.
Yeah.
you store it, storage units, and you can rent the U-Haul from them. So
Yeah.
I did that. Got the truck, loaded it up we started loading it up at like, I want to say 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. Somewhere between 10 and 12. We like were a good way into loading the truck. Finished loading it by like 2 p.m. We had to pack everything first too because I'm awful and didn't pack my room first. So we packed everything, then put it in the U-Haul. Luckily, packing was the easy part because I just shoved everything in boxes and then put them in the truck and then unboxed them when we got to the new place. Drove to the new place.
Stop breathing into the mic.
Schlepped a bunch of shit up the stairs. So my new place, so you know, is in Mission Hill. It's at the top of Mission Hill on Hillside Street, and it's on the 3rd floor of a 3-story family.
This sounds awful.
Family
So
house.
bad.
So it's the top of the hill in Mission Hill, and it's the 3rd floor in the house.
Why didn't you hire movers?
Because I didn't want to, and I knew I could do it, and I don't want to spend money on that.
How
if
much
I can do it?
Do you mind if I ask how much the U-Haul costs? Total?
$50 total.
Okay, because
Okay.
I think mover would be like for that much.
Another
it'd be like,
50 at least.
No, probably like $250.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
253.
Yeah, no, it is like yeah.
But
Someone,
it's so
one of the
convenient.
people who was helping was like, yeah, I did the movers, and it was like $250. So.
Guess
Yeah.
who's helping me move in 2 weeks?
Get something Caroline move. Mozart.
Mozart for
Yeah.
me.
When I saw
Is
that
that a
guy,
movers?
yeah,
They're the best.
Oh, okay.
I used him in Waltham, then he used them, and then Caroline used them, using them again. Look at that.
Nice.
They're great.
The guy
So-
remembered me.
Oh, he did?
Last year, he's like, didn't I move you? I'm like, yeah. And you're a roommate? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird that you remember that. Yeah, so we moved in. By the time we were done and had returned by the time I returned the truck, it was, I think, 9 p.m.
Ugh.
So I moved for solid like 9 or between 9 and 12 hours.
Did you not stretch?
9 to 10 to 11 hours. No, I didn't stretch.
Can I give you a pro tip about
But
moving?
I was exhausted.
I don't know this tip. Yeah.
I was exhausted, and that's why I couldn't. I could not walk up those stairs in one go. I had to stop halfway up the stairs by the time I was done, so I could not walk or run the 5K.
Do you want a pro tip for moving that I figured out?
Yeah.
Hire movers.
Yeah.
Yes. I will always hire movers going
Yep.
forward.
250. Well, I paid 50 instead of 350, so
Yeah, but think you're the damage to your body.
or 300.
The healthcare on that alone.
It also, I think Mozart was so efficient when I moved from Waltham to Somerville. It was maybe 2.5 hours
Yeah, it was.
total.
I used and move here. It was super quick.
Did you pack everything first, or did they pack for you?
I packed the boxes.
Yeah.
They packed up the furniture.
Yeah, they wrap everything for you.
Cool.
It was great.
Well,
Oh my God.
anyway,
For
that-
when you move again in 3 months.
yeah, I'm gonna move again in 3 months. By the way,
Good thing you're practicing.
well, 4 months. End of August.
Oh, okay.
4 months total,
You're not
including
going
this,
to end up
including
living,
this month.
You're not going to live there for another year.
I'm considering renewing for whoever stays, because I don't think anyone else. I don't think most of the people are staying. I think most of the people I'm living with now, they're mostly
I thought you
leaving.
didn't want roommates.
I don't, but I don't want to move, and I don't want to pay for more stuff. So if I stay, it's just what I'm paying now, but for more months. If I move, I have to save up 4 times
Yeah.
monthly rent to
Wait,
get in a place.
Is that the same
And I
as-
have 4 months to save, and I'm currently paying rent. You do the math.
So with a sublet, I've never sublet before. Is it the same? Where you give a
A
deposit?
sublet is no. It's basically move in for free and just immediately start. It's like you jumped
So
into the middle of someone else's lease and you're just replacing
so
them.
that security deposit then is
No.
still for that person?
The
or is it?
security deposit goes back to the original person.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's
Did you have to pay a security deposit?
No,
You just literally
I just
move in.
jump in and take over where they were.
You had to fill out a lease form and all the application
I did.
stuff.
I had to fill out a
the credit
sublet.
check?
It's a sublet form.
Did
yeah.
that cost money too?
Nope.
Really? Wow. That's
Usually
amazing.
the credit check is for the new owner, but
Oh,
no,
okay.
they
'Cause
don't
I feel
care.
like they would
Because
the legal
I already
entitlement
have a
everything.
guarantor. It's the original lessee.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't need a guarantor credit check. It's just like if I don't pay, the original lessee owes it, so they have someone to hassle.
Did you meet that original person?
I did not. I did not meet them in person. I talked to them over Facebook chat, and then I talked to their friend over text, the person who I'm living with now,
Okay.
who they did all of the back and forth in person wise stuff with me.
Did you meet your landlord?
Nope, no idea who the landlord is.
Wild.
I know probably the name if I look up the paperwork, but other than that,
So you have 3 roommates now?
yep.
Well,
I have 2 roommates. Their names are Sahil and Tyler, and a third one I think his name is Mike or Matt, but everybody hates him, so I don't.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
haven't met him.
That's good.
He stays in his room.
You
I
know
don't
what's good? To not be the guy who's hated.
Yeah.
You gotta have that.
No, I love
click
not being the
mentality.
hated guy. Yeah, this is like me
So,
and the other 2 guys.
Are they all
friends
your
now.
age?
They're younger than me.
Younger than you.
They're Northeastern students.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
They all go.
Are
they
you
all
the
go
coolest
to
guy in the house now? You're the popular guy?
The most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the oldest.
Do they play D&D?
Definitely.
Have you
not.
asked
no,
them yet?
No, they like. You ever talk to somebody and you're like, "Oh, this is what women are talking about when they say men are garbage.
Are they incels?
No, they're not incels. They're just fucking frat bros. They're like the dirge of like broy dude
Do you
bros.
just walk in and have their paddles out?
You're like, oh my God, they're such men. And it's like, oh, this is what women mean when they're saying men are awful. They mean this kind of person.
I want them on the podcast immediately.
Yeah, let's get him on the podcast.
I will go to
Okay.
your apartment and podcast with them.
They probably would do it.
I definitely would.
I don't want to
I'll
now
walk in.
because if I tell them I do the podcast, they might listen to me saying this right now. They might hear this.
He loves you guys. Don't worry.
That's okay. We totally won't edit this out. So
I know. So there's a danger they might hear this.
Don't worry. I'll walk in with
It's a bad idea.
a 30 rack of Coors Light. It'll be fine.
I literally,
some bullets?
I'm
Silver
I
bullets?
feel called out because I literally have a 30 rack of Miller Lite in my room.
Miller Light, 30
yeah,
rack.
Yeah, Miller Lite.
Coors Light, man.
I like the Miller.
Miller Lite uses high fructose corn.
Didn't you
Yeah,
watch
I want it. I want the high fructose.
I actually had
Derek,
some,
give
I,
it to me in my
I had
mouth.
my
Coors
Give me the
is
syrup in
best.
my mouth.
I actually had my military banquet on Friday night, and I had Miller Light there. And
Oh.
I didn't do Coors Light.
Oh, that's why
That's
Caroline
what's-
was proud of you.
It's better.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than Coors Light. It tastes more like beer. Coors Light kind of tastes Bud Light.
It just matters the mood you're going to be in.
Well,
I think-
Coors Light has the Bud Lighty metallic
I
taste.
think Miller
but
Light's
Miller
a-
Light doesn't.
Miller Light's a great winter beer.
Yeah.
Coors Light is like my summer beer because it's
Yeah, it's
I
more
think it's more
refreshing.
refreshing
For sure, but
When
but
those
that's
m-
because it tastes like aluminum.
when those mountains are blue, baby.
So, if you want cool, refreshing, you go for the taste of aluminum.
Vinny and I drank so much Coors Light in Waltham.
Oh, dude. We had a small fridge.
You're
We had like
partially aluminum now.
a smaller fridge, and it was just full of Coors Light.
It's worth it.
Like we got
So
drunk
I
every
moved.
night.
So I moved. That was
Yeah, that
that
was
was what
bad.
happened.
It was bad. So you moved.
So I moved. That was what happened.
Do you like your new place?
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
said he's
it's
gonna renew
fucking
it.
nice as hell. I'm considering renewing it.
Wait,
If
so
I
you
can't-
don't miss the basement with a pipe for heat?
No, I don't miss that. We have central air.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah, we have one thermostat that does forced hot air and forced
How do you guys pay
air
for
conditioning.
utilities there? Is it
I don't know,
you
but
just
I'm
divide
worried, I'm
it?
worried about it
Because
because
if they're on central air and you don't use it, you're
Yeah.
getting fucked.
no, I'm worried because I woke up the morning after I moved in. Someone was clearly there because the thermostat was changed and it was set from auto to manual. First
Yeah,
first
yeah.
mistake, they set it to fucking manual. Second mistake, it was on cool when I went to bed. When I woke up, it was on heat
Ugh.
and it was on 78.
Ugh.
It wasn't 78, so I think it's broken somehow because it wasn't 78 and it was running overnight. It was like 73 when I woke up. I was like, that's weird.
That's
It's-
too hot.
It's set to 73 is too hot, but they set it to 78 and it's not 78, but it's been going this whole time. But it's also set to manual, not auto. Not quite sure what's happening with that thermostat. It might be broken.
I sleep at
The air conditioning definitely works though.
I
That's
sleep
good.
at like 65, sometimes 63. If I'm
Jesus
I
feeling
set it to
Christ.
68 before I went to bed, and I woke up and it was at 78.
So you're telling me these guys like heat and
Yeah.
like to use it?
Like
So
what the fuck?
do you know if their parents pay their bills?
I would
Probably.
assume at least one of them. I think maybe Sahil, but probably
I'm
not
concerned
Tyler.
over the utilities then if they don't really understand.
If they don't care about I feel like my biggest worry in this apartment is the thermostat.
you need
And I
to-
know that's such a stereotype, but it really is.
you need to theoretically whip your dick out and be like, "This is my apartment now.
I'm
Where can
paying
I
the
co-
rent too. We're
I
keeping it at 69.
fucking live and die. I have a full time job. I have debt. I'm not gonna be destroyed by utility bills
Right.
here in the summer.
No.
I feel like you guys should be fine though.
I think we'll be fine. I think if I just keep changing it, it'll be fine.
I mean, I jack my AC up, and my electric bill is never over 60.
You live in a
bucks.
managed building with apartments on all sides.
Yeah.
That's different.
How new
That's
was
true.
this?
You're
how-
insulated
Is this
from everything.
how new is this apartment? Like, when was it built or when was it renovated?
It's a 3-story colonial style
So-
or townhouse style. What are the three story
I don't know.
family
A
houses?
3-family.
Three family. It's a three.
multifamily.
It's a 3-family, 3-story
I'm hoping.
on the top of a hill.
I'm hoping they're new windows then, like new windows. Because if not, you're gonna be screwed. If it's like the
They
crappy
look.
windows,
They look like new windows.
Yeah, that's why
But-
you lose the most
So
money.
this
with
is
the
the
windows.
funny thing. My window doesn't actually lock.
But you have the third
in my
floor?
bedroom. I'm on the 3rd floor, so it's fine. But the window in my bedroom does not lock.
But
It
it's
like you know how it has the little lever, but the lever is like a
need to
wedge.
get-
It's a wedge blade,
yeah.
but the wedge blade has nothing to go into. It's
You-
just a flat surface.
if you're nervous about this, just get a piece of wood and stick a piece of wood in there.
I could, but I mean, I'm not
It's
nervous about
it's
it.
the third floor.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
It's on the 3rd floor. Also, it doesn't seem drafty. The only thing is that the version of curtains that are in this room. Also, the windows are half height and they're halfway up off the ground. Like, imagine a window, normal height, normal like this is a tall window
I
behind
hear
you,
you.
but like
Breathing.
Oh yeah, I know.
just mute him when he's not talking.
That's so much work.
the windows are too short, but they're too short from the bottom up. Like the top of the window is at a normal height,
Interesting.
but the bottom of the window is like a foot and a half higher than it should be.
is that to code?
Oh.
I'm calling. The
I don't know if
mayor.
it's to code. It's just weird, and I don't like it.
You should move.
No, everything else is perfect. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the cleaning. Oh boy, 4 dudes lived in this apartment before me. 4 dudes lived in this apartment before I lived in this apartment. And you could call me a dude. You could call me
A
a
rude
lot
dude.
of things. You could call me rude dude, but I'm clean. And that is one thing you could definitely call me. And I fucking moved into this apartment with my 2 friends. None of us are really straight, you could say. All of
And
us.
is this
are
the Somerville
like,
one?
What?
The Somerville apartment you're talking about, or the new one?
What? No, the apartment in Mission Hill. You've been
Oh,
listening?
okay.
Dude,
Well, I thought
come
you said they were all gay, and now you know they're
on.
not.
No. The people who are helping me move.
Oh,
none of us
oh.
are. None of us are straight. The people who are helping me move.
I was listening to the breathing. I zoned out.
And
That's true.
oh,
Sorry.
the breathing is very distracting. But the people who are helping me move, none of us are straight. And I'm not saying that non-straight people are cleaner, but non-straight people are
I
cleaner.
get it.
Okay. And we get into this apartment where we are horrified.
Yeah.
Horrified. I moved the bed because it's partially furnished. There's a bed
Do they
and a
shave
rug.
in the sink without cleaning it up afterwards? And hair
I think I have a pic. Didn't I show you the picture of the sink?
No.
No.
I'll show it to you later, but it's
I love sink
the
porn.
sink. First of all, it's the most impractical sink ever. It is one of those glass bowl sinks
Oh,
that you
yeah,
see in a
yeah.
hotel
It's
or
ver-
like
yeah.
or like a restaurant
It's called
bathroom.
modern.
And
I don't know.
it's not practical at all. The water dribbles down underneath the sides of the glass bowl that is sitting on top of the stone counter. Completely impractical. Beautiful. Not what you would want in a home, though. Good for like a restaurant. Anyway, the entire like frosted glass bowl of the sink was completely. It looked like an avalanche had hit it from all of the toothpaste stain.
Oh,
Like,
that's not my
it was-
problem.
It looked like it looked like a thin coating of powder.
This is
It
stressing.
looked like it was powder, fresh powder.
This is stressing me out.
See, my problem
Fresh
is, and
powder.
Vinny used to hate this, is I didn't do a very good job cleaning up after I shaved.
Oh my-
You, the
hairs-
straight man.
The hairs were everywhere.
Hey,
Everywhere.
do you think this is something that is still a current problem?
I hope Julie resolved this problem.
She hates it.
Yeah, because it's
Do you still do it?
disgusting.
I try not to.
Yeah, bullshit.
I also shave like once a week.
bullshit. Anyway,
It's not like I have,
the shaving wasn't that much of a problem. The sink was disgustingly covered in toothpaste, like splatter, just fucking
These
everywhere.
fratty boys.
And I know that there were only 2 people, or maybe 3, that were using that sink. So I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Then so the sink, disgusting. Had to wash that down. Underneath the bed when I moved it were about 100 dried
Stop.
contact lenses.
That's so weird.
Disposable
God.
single-use contact lenses, about 100 of them,
Why?
because the bed was in the corner. The bed was shoved into two walls.
love that.
It was kitty
Great move.
cornered. So the bed was in the corner. I moved it to being jutting out from a center wall. Because of course that's how you have a bed. What are you gonna not have 2 nightstands, you fucking animal? No. You put the bed on the
My
middle of the
bed's in
wall.
the corner.
Yeah, my bed-
Exactly.
mine in the corner.
Point made. You don't do that. You need 2 nightstands.
I
You
did it
need,
for optimal
you need
space,
access to
though.
both
It was
sides of the
optimal
bed. It's
space.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fucking animals. Anyway, I moved the bed into the middle of the room and just a sea of blue little crescents.
My God.
Used contact lenses as far as the
I
eye
guess
can
that's
see.
better than
everything
dead
the
bugs.
light
Yeah.
touches is yours.
Or
Simba.
condoms.
Wait,
Condoms would have been
Can
worse.
you reuse those?
Yeah,
Maybe you can sell them, make some
yeah,
money.
Yeah, sell the contact lenses. Yeah, it's
clean
kind of
them.
rough though. You got to find the right prescription for the buyer. You know,
It's up to the buyer, not you.
Yeah.
It's almost
just
a lot.
clean- just clean them,
it's
right?
a seller's market out there for used contact lenses.
With this trade war, you might need to do this.
Fuck. So that was the thing. I vacuumed that shit right up. Then I had to clean the bathroom. The tub.
Wait. How many? So it's a 4-bedroom, one
It's a
bath?
4-bedroom. There's 2 baths.
2 baths.
One on each floor. Because
they
there's a lofted second floor in the 3rd floor apartment.
Are they 2 full baths?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So the second lofted area, there's a spiral staircase that leads up to a lofted half floor above the main floor. Anyway, the bathtub is one of those like shale, like really nice, genuine stone tiled. Like the tiles are like a foot square. It's very, very nice, but it's like raw stone tile, so
Yeah.
they chip. There's like stone chips all over the corners of the room. Like I put my fingernail under a little corner of like the middle of the stone tile. There was like a edge, and I was like, oh, that's weird. It looks like there's a layer that you could like peel
No.
back of stone. thing fucking falls off.
Okay, I thought it was something. I thought it was maybe more.
No. Like the stone is just like it's raw stone, so you can like, and it's like shaly.
The
kinda.
stone is raw.
The stone is raw. It's not like finished or sanded
Gordon
or anything.
Ramsay.
It's just
the chef.
oh yeah, the fish is raw. Whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
I
this
get it now.
is a
Thank you.
weird thing to build a shower out of because the stone, like water gets into it and it's going to erode, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so there were stone chips all over the floor. Then there was about the size of a dinner plate in surface area in the corner on the far wall, like the big wall of the shower, not one of the short walls, about a dinner plate's worth of just mold. Like solid black caked on mold.
Now these roommates, when do they move in?
When did they move in?
A year ago.
It's August 31st.
So
is
they
when
moved in.
when mine ends. Yeah.
Well,
so
okay. So they've been there, ignoring
and they
this
have. I
mold.
guarantee they have not cleaned the bathroom since they moved in.
I guarantee they weren't taught to clean.
Yes,
And
they're
that
northeastern.
is-
They're just a bunch of fucking bros. I kind of like took
We
a
need to
peek
have
in
an
the rooms.
intervention. We had to have an intervention.
When I moved in, I kind of took a peek into the rooms.
Don't
'cause
worry,
no
Vinny
one
and I
was
will
there.
handle this.
What the fuck is this?
The fucking beef is raw. Anyway,
Now here's.
I looked in the rooms. One of the guys, he has a literal weights bench in his room.
Oh, he's a bro.
He's a
Yeah.
fucking bro. Anyway, so there was the dinner plates area surface area worth of like black, not black mold, but black colored mold in one of the shower. Then there was the tub itself, which needed to be washed with bleach, and the color that tub was after we scrubbed it was ungodly. Third thing in the bathroom, the washer and dryer are in a little closet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of these things, your front
Yeah,
closet.
yeah.
One of those little like folding
Oh my god, this is
slidey
getting
closet
gross.
doors. We opened the slidey closet door, and the washing machine, the clothes washer, does not work very well, which is a new appliance, so it's concerning that it doesn't work very well. Because it'll stop halfway through and just turn off.
He needs a break.
It'll stop halfway through and
Water
it's like,
break.
it's not like it's not like loading or anything. It's not like the lights, all the indicator lights go dark halfway through a cycle. Don't know why. Very concerning though. Second of all, about the washer, there was the same like mold, like the same gross black sludge. There was like a big thick layer of black sludge coating the entire inside of the rubber seal. You know how you like
yes,
you open
that's
the drawer,
gross.
it's
Yeah.
the side load, you open the thing, you put your clothes in, but to get to the clothes bin, there's this big fat ass rubber seal
Yeah.
that's like you could stick your hand into it because that's where the water drains through. You
Yeah.
could stick your hand into that piece of rubber there.
Yep. It's the same thing here.
You stick your hand into that, it was like an inch of black gross
So
sludge.
you were there cleaning. Were the other roommates that are washing you clean being like, "What are
There
you
was
doing?"
There was no one here. There was no one here when I moved in.
Oh my god.
It was completely empty.
But you've met.
They were
them.
all on
You
like
met two of them,
vacation.
so-
I met two of them so far. I haven't met the third dude. Apparently, no one likes the third dude. But that was what
Why?
I
Because
did
he
this
cleans.
weekend.
He's different.
Apparently, they say he's really neurotic. So maybe, yeah.
This is crazy. I can't imagine the people who don't.
And this is why I wanted my own apartment.
Well,
this is why.
you have the opportunity to get it still.
I need to save up 3 times
Well-
a month of rent.
No, you don't.
Four-
Not if you move into
four
a managed
times.
building.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Do you have good credit?
It's more expensive.
It is
I have
more,
a
it is way more
6,
expensive.
Yeah.
650, 660 around there. It's not bad, but it's not good.
Yeah, so you would just have to pay probably 1 month's rent for your deposit.
Managed buildings are more
Well,
expensive.
I think
Yeah,
if you,
it's worth it,
if
though.
you continue to live here.
If it's less than 18, I can maybe swing it.
Do you know if these guys are renewing the lease?
If you can find a managed building less than 18, maybe I can.
Would
swing
you
it,
get
but
rid of your
that's-
car?
No,
No, he needs.
I need my car.
Just
I drive to
to
work. You drive to work.
What if you move to the city?
Is there a managed building in downtown Boston where I don't have to drive to my office
They're gonna be
that
so
is less than
expensive.
18?
No.
No.
Maybe.
What the fuck are
No.
you talking about?
Anyways, so these
Maybe.
guys,
No.
are they gonna renew? You gonna renew the lease or not?
I have no idea what they're doing at the end.
If-
I think they're all leaving.
If they do, you can act, when you get the new roommates in, you can be like, "Hey guys, just make sure you clean."
I'm gonna set the ground rules.
You
'cause
have to
I'll be
co-
the oldest
you
one
gotta,
there.
like, teach them. It's how you gotta teach these kids how to do this shit.
I'll be the oldest one. So I'll
How
just
do I
fucking-
teach these kids?
So
And it's-
I think I've talked long enough about this, but that was the nightmare of my moving in. It's a great apartment. I love it. It's beautiful. The kitchen is gorgeous. Bathroom is gorgeous.
Is the kitchen
Not
clean?
the most practical. Kitchen was filthy. I had to vacuum it. The stove has probably never been wiped down.
What kind of stove is it?
The fridge
Is it,
door.
is it electric burner? Or
No, it's a gas. But the fridge door doesn't open all the way because the handle whacks the railing from the staircase.
oh,
So you know how
no
like
one planned ahead there.
you know how like sometimes you need to open the fridge door fucking all the way.
Yes,
because there's a
you
big
open the
thing.
drawers in the bottom.
There's a thing you need to get in there, and you can't do it unless the door goes all the way open. This door only opens 90 degrees.
That is
A little bit less because the
Okay,
handle
yeah.
the handle abuts the railing. So the handle
you like a
makes it-
left-hand opening fridge.
yeah. Well, it splits in the middle.
Oh, okay.
It's the middle split.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
it's not like that one. It's a split in the middle.
That sounds lovely.
It's a nice fridge. I wish it opened all the way. The dishwasher, I've noticed, I don't know why, and it's really concerning, but the dishwasher is the back wheels or the back legs of it are sunken into the floor
Oh,
about
good.
3 inches.
That's perfect.
Or I assume. I don't know. Because all I know is that the entire thing is like the front of it, when it's shut and locked, is like this. It's like 10 degrees off axis. It's 10 degrees off vertical.
It's probably
And
not
when
great.
you open it, you can see the back of the compartment is lower than the front of the compartment. There's a slope on the inside.
I'm
So,
concerned too for this.
Why the hell is there a slope on the inside of the dishwasher?
What do you think, Vinny? This doesn't sound good, does it?
No, I'm concerned that do your roommates do the dishes or just leave them in the sink and walk
It
away?
works.
No,
It was running.
But do they do the
yeah,
or do
yeah,
they
no,
leave,
they do the dishes.
or-
They run the dishwasher. Yeah.
But do they leave stuff in the sink piling up?
There
or do
were
they
there
do
was
it
a
as
there
they
was
go?
a cup and a fork when I moved
Okay, that's
in,
not bad.
and then it was running. I think this morning.
These
it was
guys'
running.
manners don't sound too hot. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't.
Sounds
know.
like Vinny and I need to
No.
go in there and have a little
Show up
conversation.
with gloves
like-
on.
Seem like rude dudes.
Then I don't know.
They fit right in.
Rude kids.
Rude kids.
Rude kids. They're boys. They're not men.
Rude boys.
Rude boys.
Wow.
That was my moving in. Otherwise, it was good.
I've never had an experience like that moving.
We ordered
No,
pizza.
neither have I.
we ordered pizza at like 2 a.m.
What
when
kind
we
of
finished
pizza? Where?
unpacking boxes.
From where?
There's a pizzeria. It's a
Oh.
local place.
Is it good?
I've also never subletted, so I guess
Yeah,
this
I never
is,
know that either.
This is about standard.
yeah,
If you remember my other experience from subletting, this is about standard.
yeah.
For contact lenses and fashion hardware,
You can trust us, you know that we care. The optical department at Sears.
Give soft contact lenses for Christmas. It's an unusual and thoughtful gift for someone you love, even if that someone is you. Only $59. $59 for a gift of soft contact lenses. Come in today.
You can trust us, you know that we care. The optical department at Sears.
So, moving on from that hell, from that fresh hell.
How well versed are you in what's going on with the Democrats and Republicans right now?
Right now, where they're at is everybody in the world is mad at the Democrats for being little bitches
Now,
and not pursuing to the full extent of their ability subpoenas, contempt of Congress votes, and arrest warrants to the criminal conspiracy cabinet of the Trump administration.
why are they so afraid to do this?
Because they're
I don't
fucking
get it.
pussies.
I don't get it. Like they have all this power to do it now, and they're
Literally,
afraid.
they're saying we don't want to upset the natural order. And what that
Natural
what,
order.
I don't. Not that's
the
not
guy's
literally.
a fucking dictator right now.
Literally, what that message sent. The message that sends to the voters is one of the parties is not afraid to use the power that they will grab for themselves, and the other party is afraid to use their power that they have grabbed for themselves. You're not sending a message, Democratic Party, to the world and the country that you will stand up for what is right if you don't do the basic things that you are actually allowed to do.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Republican Party is running roughshod over regulations and norms and disobeying laws from the Treasury Department side, norms and customs on the DOJ side, and convention in the Senate.
I just don't get why they're acting like such pussies.
They are playing the game and cheating and bending the rules as hard as they can to get what they want, to push through as many conservative judges onto the benches as they can,
Yeah.
and pass through as much damaging financial legislation as they can before they lose all of their support in the entire country. And the only thing that the Democrats are doing to stop it is asking nicely for records and documents. That's it.
Why aren't they arresting Barr if he's not
Why
showing
they
up?
are trying. They have said that they are going to vote to hold him in contempt of Congress.
That's tomorrow, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the DOJ has said, and the White House has said, that they will back Barr in such a way that it will probably not work.
How do they?
And the entire White House and all of the White House staffers, present and past, have either said or the White House has said on their behalf that they will refuse to testify and they will refuse any subpoenas. The White House has said that it will refuse any subpoenas at all. And the Treasury has said that it will refuse to hand over his tax returns with, and I will make this very clear, no legal basis to stand on. They have to follow the letter of the law. The letter of the law states that when petitioned by the Treasury subcommittee, or whatever the subcommittee it is that has oversight over the Treasury, the law literally states, when requested, the IRS shall furnish any tax returns requested. The letter of the law says they shall furnish any tax returns that have been requested by their oversight committee. That's all it says. And this is the two other times, keep in mind, that this law has been used was on presidents. So the law is specifically to get the tax returns of any citizen, and including particularly presidents, with precedent, because that's why they put the law in place, was to get tax returns from Richard Nixon and a president before him. I forget it. I think it was Carter. They specifically used it to get the tax returns of presidents and their companies and entities. And he's saying, the Treasury Department is saying, with not only no legal basis, but specifically in the opposite of what this law was designed for, that they have the legal standing to refuse this request. And by the way, it's not a request. It's the law.
Yeah, like
it's
equal power,
part of the law.
Equal powers in government, but it's like,
and not even that. It's literally, even if the government didn't have like equal powers, or even if there was no checks and balances, this is a law that got passed that says that the IRS shall furnish, just that they have to. That's all it says. It shall furnish any tax returns when requested by their subcommittee. And they're saying, well, no, we're not going to give the tax returns up. We don't have to. So this is, and you know what? They know that they're not going to win this. The Trump administration knows they're not going to win that fight.
What does it take, though?
It doesn't matter if they win the fight. They are only doing this refusal to buy themselves time. It is working. It is working. They have bought themselves the time that they wanted to buy themselves.
For what, though? What are they trying to buy?
They're trying to push it until the election.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to push until 2020 and get all this. They're trying to suppress all of this shit because they know it's going to look bad for them. They know it's going to dig up some bad shit.
But, okay, so Mueller is going to testify. Is they agreed on May
soon?
15th?
Yeah, like May 14th or whatever.
I read that the DOJ is going to be releasing him soon, or is he going to be leaving the DOJ?
He has said, so the DOJ tried to say that they will speak for Mueller, and then in his testimony in front of the Senate, Bill Barr accidentally let slip that Amy Klobuchar, like the senator from New York, one of the senators from New York, or I think
it sounds familiar.
So Amy Klobuchar asked a question to Bill Barr, "Can I get these records another way?" And Bill Barr said, "Well, yeah, I guess you could just go ask Mueller."
Oh,
so she was like, "Oh, really? Well, I will make sure to do that. Thank you for telling me that. Also, I will subpoena you, and so that you can process this in whatever legal bullshit you're going to say. But I will also subpoena Mueller. Thank you so much for saying I can do that."
How was his face after that?
Just aghast.
Oh,
just it was one of those. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up bad.
Like,
he knew he fucked up.
Could Mueller bring this all down?
It was in that moment that he knew he fucked up.
But could Mueller bring this all down during his testimony, whatever he says? Or just
no, because if this report, he's just going to say what the report already says.
Okay.
The stuff that's redacted is not that inflammatory, relatively speaking. No. And if this report had come out without any of the reporting that has already revealed the stuff in the report, he would be out. Trump would be gone if this report was fresh. If this report, and we had never seen anything in it, if we had not seen a single thing in this report until just now when it came out, Trump would be out of office. There'd be no way he could survive. But because every reporter in the country has been leaking this stuff, drizzle, drip over the past year and a half, 2 years, it's not gonna. It had no punch to it. It had no bite. It had no impact. It didn't do anything because we'd already known all of this shit.
Yeah,
it just confirmed it. And in the Republicans, Trump, the Fox News media blogosphere, they have already said this is all false. So they're not. It's just more onto the pile of things that they don't believe.
To impeach him, they have to get the votes in the House, right, and the votes in the Senate.
To impeach, they need 2/3 of the Senate.
So they
need a vote of 2/3
How many
of the
Democrats
Senate.
are in the Senate?
We have 48 or 49
out of 100, right?
Out of 100.
So they would need. That's a lot of Republicans.
Yes, we would need 60 votes. 60.
How can people sell their soul like
66
this? I don't
votes
get it.
in the Senate.
Like
67.
67 votes in the Senate. You're right. We would need 67 votes in the Senate to impeach Trump.
Some Republicans
have-
don't like him in the Senate, though, right?
We have 48. What the fuck?
What would it take to Republicans to realize this guy?
It would take Mitch McConnell to resign.
You'll be broken.
It would take Mitch McConnell resigning. Because he is
I saw
so
an article today that he is the most up Trump's ass. He's climbed the highest.
he is so morally decrepit that he
I
has
don't get why.
because they want their judges on the bench and they want their financial regulations benefiting their donors so their donors will give them more money.
Yeah, they just want money. It's like so greedy shit.
It's the most broken and corrupt the system has ever been.
But don't worry, we got Biden coming in 2020. He's gonna take care of it all.
I'm in such a bad mood today.
I know. Just let it out.
This is my therapy. This podcast is
You
my
have,
therapy.
you have 10
Part
minutes.
two.
Keep going.
I just like. It's so disheartening because every article now I'm seeing is just about how evil the Republicans are.
They're literally
And, like, the Democrats
no, okay.
are doing nothing.
I read I watched a really good piece on this by Vox. They were making the case that the Republican Party is not the problem. Back in Nixon, back in the time of Watergate, the Republicans stood with the nation because we had 3 news channels.
Yep,
ABC,
yep.
NBC, and whatever the other one is. And CBS. We had ABC, NBC, and CBS. Those were the 3 news stations. And they all pretty much agreed on everything. Fox News is the problem. Fox
Yep.
News is they have what, a 67% approval rating among their viewers. They have the most, they are the most trusted news source in America. They are trusted by more people, period, than any other news network in America.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because Democrats are smart, and we know that Washington Post puts some fucking bullshit editorials out sometimes. And we know that New York Post, not New York Post, we know that the Washington Post, as good as they are, put out some bullshit right-wing editorials. And we know that the New York Times has been fucking tanking on their calling Trump a liar, calling him out on his lies, saying the truth, and not just repeating his lies for him. The New York Times fucking signal boosts the Republican bullshit. Why? That is not helpful to anyone. And then Fox News is over here standing their people and promoting the anger and driving outrage. And that's why they can get away with what the fuck's the word?
I don't know.
When you like say this isn't real, the other things are real. Gaslighting. Yeah. Fox News has just gaslit the American people into like thinking that reality isn't real, and this other version of
crazy.
reality on Fox News,
Mouth
that's the
breathers
real
fall
thing.
for all that shit. It's nuts.
Like and it's not even, it's smart people too. Like they're just in a bubble where all they see is Fox News all day, and all Fox News does all day is promote outrage and make and scapegoat problems on minorities and each other. And like instead of saying, "Oh yeah, our problems are caused by the people with all the power." Who are those? The fucking rich people, by the way. Those are the ones who are like, they have the power. They're controlling the system. But Fox News is saying, no, don't be mad at the rich people. Don't be mad at the companies. Be mad at each other. Be mad at the other poor people. Be mad at immigrants. Immigrants are the reason that your wages aren't high enough. Immigrants are the reason that political correctness
They're
is a
taking our
problem.
jobs.
They're taking our jobs.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Fucking bullshit. We don't have enough jobs and we don't have enough wages because the people controlling the system have made it that way because they want it that way. And anyone who doesn't see that doesn't see it because they live in a bubble of Fox News lies and scapegoating and redirection and misdirection. And that's why the Republican Party doesn't need to be held accountable to anything because they have, 48%, 46% of the country believing Fox News.
That's wild.
And that's their viewer base. All they have to do is say, "We're doing what we said we would do." And Fox News is like, "Hey guys, they're doing what they said they would do." And the people say, "Oh guys, they're doing what they said they would do." And it just trickles down from politician lie to Fox News lie to a gaslit minority in the country. And they'll never lose their support because of that. Back in Nixon times, we had 3 news companies and they told the truth and they were trusted by 80% of people. Walter Cronkite wouldn't lie to you. Walter Cronkite, everyone loves
What
Walter.
would Trump have to
Everyone
do
loves Walter
to
Cronkite.
have Fox News turn on him? Like, what would it have to be?
He did it. He lied about the wall. Ann Coulter said he was a bitch on live television. Ann Coulter was like, "We should abandon Trump. He's lied about the wall. He's not giving us the wall." He lied and he doesn't actually want it. He caved to Nancy. Ann Coulter called Trump Nancy Pelosi's bitch on primetime Fox News television.
I bet he saw it too and lost his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaking out now because he's like stewing about Mueller testifying.
And you realize what effect that has. You realize what Ann Coulter radicalizing Trump does, right? It makes him more fucking radical.
Yeah.
It reinforces his worst impulses. It just makes him more fucking crazy. And he goes and fires Kristen Nielsen for not being war crimey enough in the fucking Department of Homeland Security. Kristen Nielsen, the person who was running Department of Homeland Security and ICE, she got fired for following the laws and the court orders that she was bound by the laws to follow that said she had to stop imprisoning children. The court ordered stop imprisoning children. She said, Trump, I can't imprison children. The literal court order says I can't. He's like, you're fired for not being war crimey enough.
If the House passes the impeachment or files whatever to impeach, does Trump have to testify?
No.
No? He's
going to refuse and it's going to go to the courts.
God.
He's never going to be impeached.
He's never going to be impeached. He has to lose in the election.
Yeah,
but
no.
and
it just sucks.
Guess who's on the fucking courts, by the way?
Yeah.
Guess who's on the Supreme Court, by the way?
Yep.
Neil Gorsuch, who stole, thank you, Mitch McConnell. Through Mitch McConnell, Neil Gorsuch stole Merrick Garland's seat. Merrick Garland was the Supreme Court justice that Obama nominated with 6 months left in his presidency. Mitch McConnell refused to listen, refused to even hear and interview him for the job. The Senate shall consent and provide advice, shall advise and consent on any appointment of any justice to the Supreme Court. Merrick Garland was nominated with 6 months left in Obama's term. Mitch McConnell refused to seat him and held the seat open for the election. Trump won. Neil Gorsuch got on the bench. And now we have another one on the bench.
Oh, my God.
Brett Squee Kavanaugh.
These next 2 years.
Brett Keggerboy Kavanaugh.
These next 2 years are going to be crazy.
And now we have, and now the liberals,
It's a ride.
the liberal minority on the Supreme Court, they have stolen 2 Supreme Court seats. And if you count Bush, that's 2 more. Because if you count Bush losing the popular vote, there are 4 judges, 4 conservative, deeply conservative judges on the Supreme Court that make a majority of conservative judges on the Supreme Court that were put in place by presidents who lost the popular vote.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So
4 judges on the Supreme Court
let's say
that make a conservative majority because of stolen and non-majority elected presidents.
So let's say 2020, Trump loses. Yeah, by let's say, I think Nancy Pelosi was saying a very small margin he loses.
Yeah.
Could he fight that and it goes to the Supreme Court, and then could he theoretically?
If he loses the Electoral College, there's nothing you can do about it.
But remember when Bush got elected in 2000?
That was because of a tiebreaker that was forced a recount in Florida.
Okay.
So if Florida doesn't tie, if Florida goes solidly and it doesn't trigger a recount above a certain percent, Florida won't trigger.
But isn't
a
it a
recount.
red state?
No,
Or is it
no,
a
it's a
swing
purple
state?
state. It's a purple state.
Okay,
It's a swing state. And it's only that way because of the voter suppression in Florida.
Yeah.
The felons in Florida aren't allowed to vote. By the way, what the fuck is up with that? Felons not being allowed to vote?
I don't know.
Why? How can you take away a fundamental right of being an American citizen just because somebody committed a crime? That's like a central
Okay.
tenet of our country.
To ask Republicans.
Everybody gets to vote, right? Like, you're not allowed to participate in democracy because you're a felon.
Did you see?
Guess who's a felon? Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
Guess who's a felon? Carter Page.
The other guy that went to jail, Roger
Stone
the
is
other
is
guy.
in trial right now.
The
Yeah,
other guy. What's
those
the other
guys are
guy's
all
name?
felon. The first one was George Papadopoulos.
No, the guy who went to jail.
Michael Flynn.
I can't remember his name.
He hasn't had a sentencing yet, but
The other guy. I can't remember his name. Whatever. He's another.
Yeah.
Another guy.
a Trump
crony.
lackey, a Trump crony, a Trump mob hitman, a Trump mob general. He's a fucking criminal.
It's at least next month the Democratic debates. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Democrats debate. Oh, God.
and even then, we have to wait for more people to die to elect more people to the Supreme Court. We can't get any more Supreme Court seats unless we add a constitutional amendment that says, by the way, the Supreme Court's 20 people now. And oh, by the way, we're going to appoint all
Did you
of them.
see Trump retweeted the fucking Jerry Falwell thing about getting an extra 2 years in office because he lost his first 2 years to an investigation?
Such bullshit.
Like,
No,
so out of touch.
no. There's no precedent for that.
People
It's
would
ridiculous.
lose their mind if that happened.
There's no precedent for it either. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. And like, it's so funny that he really thinks he's going to win all these court cases.
Yeah.
He's just stalling. Like
Yeah. He's a fraud.
This is tried and true. This is tried and true. Nixon lost at the Supreme Court level. Nixon lost at every single level he tried to to fight subpoenas. Trump is trying to fight subpoenas. We've seen that. It was Nixon. He lost. He doesn't know he doesn't think he's winning. He knows he's just stalling for time.
Oh my god. Speaking of time.
Speaking of time.
What
This
time
has
is
been
it?
the bad moving and bad politics life
We're
podcast.
25 seconds shy of 45.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Well, how about those Spider-Man trailers?
Let's just wrap it up.
That Spider-Man trailer was great. I like that
I'm really,
Spider-Man trailer.
really interested in see what
I need to see
happens next.
Homecoming. I haven't seen it.
You haven't
yet.
seen Homecoming?
No, I told you that on Sunday.
Dude, watch
Yeah, I
Homecoming.
remember that. You should watch it.
We were in the car riding home.
I don't remember
You
that.
gotta watch Homecoming. It's great.
I'm tired.
3,
2,
2, 1. Bye.
Bye. I'm sorry.
Thanks for listening. For more Slightly Biased podcast content, please visit our website at slightlybiasedpodcast.com or follow us on social media at slightlybiased_.
Turn this off.
If you can dream it, you can do it.